What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy on the late night again. And for real, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. But I'm mad at my boy right now. I'm mad at him. They're like, damn, Boogie, that's hard for me to believe. You mad at your boy? You've been on him since way back. But I'm mad at him because he's signaling. I don't like that Dr. Phil interview, and we're going to review that tonight on a late night. Because I'm saying, look, I'm not liking what I'm hearing from Trump and the media when it comes to this. Oh, are you not going to get retribution? Are you not going to seek out justice for what happened to you? Please don't do that. Because they signaling to Trump the same thing they were signaling back in the days about, nah, we ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna do nothing to you. Just don't come after us. And I'm not liking what I'm hearing from Trump. You know, they think a lot of Trump supporters are just blind cultists. A lot of people believe that. They think Trump supporters are cultists. We just believe blindly. No. But the policies was implemented during the Trump presidency. Yeah, but still, the policies was good. But what I'm saying is that these people went after you with the full power of the government, my dude. And you ain't gonna strike a blow back. You think they're gonna let you make America great again? My G, Trump, you tripping. You tripping like hell. And I noticed a lot of people on my Facebook, they're like, damn. But y'all know what I've been since way back. And it's not about the person, it's about the policies. But what I can't freaking comprehend, I'm trying not to be potty mouth, is why he plays so cool with these people to try to turn the other cheek. Because at the end of the day, turning the other cheek ain't gonna do jack crap for the cause of making America great again. Because the people and the foes that he's up against don't play by these rules. I know y'all don't like to hear that. And like I said, for my Facebook followers that I know are mostly majority Democrat, I love y'all. Boogie love y'all. But are your life better? Are y'all better paying higher for everything? And they say, oh, it's a good thing. Oh, it's a good thing. But because we hate Trump, he's a dictator, he's Hitler, he's Mussolini, he's Stalin, he's everybody under the sun. That's your favorite nightmare. That I can't believe that people will actually subscribe to this. I hope that he's playing possum because that Dr. Phil interview disturbed me because, you know what I'm saying, you think that these people just gonna let you win the election again and say, oh, we're gonna unite around you and unite the country? Hell to the no. They not. They have did this before. And I'm sorry I had to rant tonight. But as a Trump supporter from the beginning, not one of these ones with your favorite laws, Marco Rubio's, Ted Cruz's of the world, Mitt Romney's, Ron DeSantis, all of the political opponents in the Republican Party by far lost to Trump. Not by easy margin. So when I hear Trump say that, oh, I'm just gonna try to unite the country through success, that's great and all, and that's a good thought in general. But I hope you're playing possum, dude, because you know what they did to you back in the days. In 2016, when you won, when you getting ready to win, and when you did win, they signaled to you, oh, please don't go after Hillary Clinton. We cool with your daughter. We cool with your son-in-law. We're not going to go after you. We're not going to do nothing. We're peaceful transition of power. And what happened? What happened years later? So all y'all know what I'm talking about to be true. But this Dr. Phil interview disturbed me because, you know, I was like, yo, why wouldn't you? This the only way to save America, in my opinion. The only way to save America is if you go after these individuals that do not have America's interest in mind. I'm sorry, Americans, fellow Americans. I am your fellow American. I do not believe in sending money to foreign countries without helping Americans first. That is common sense to me. And y'all cry about a deficit. But we send millions and billions of dollars to foreign countries, a lot of them that don't like us. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Some of the money that we send countries to, these people can't stand us. But y'all love them. Y'all love them to death. Y'all do anything for them. These people can't stand you. But you send them money. And they say, oh, we broke. America broke. Hell to the no. Y'all really just don't know the history of America. And I'm sorry I'm ranting, but I had to rant because this is ridiculous. It's going to take to truly save America, in my opinion. I'm not talking about the Clintons. So once again, don't unalive me. So what I'm saying to y'all is that one of my few critiques of the Trump presidency, once again, presidency, in case I didn't say it clearly. You know what I'm saying? It's late now. I'm a little tired. I'm sorry, y'all. But he didn't go after the DOJ. He was hands off. That was one of my only few critiques of President Trump in his first administration. Now, all y'all, I know I used to talk to people that voted Democrat. They would say, yeah, we love them stimulus checks, but we hate Trump. We hate Trump, but we keep them checks rolling. I heard that from a lot of people. You know, the Trump presidency to me exposed a lot of the stuff that they've been doing for years and years before many of us were born, if y'all can remember. For real. Black folks, you are the key to a lot of things, whether you choose to believe it or not. You don't have to keep voting a certain way because your family traditionally voted that way. And like I've said before, I'm not a Republican. I'm a Trump supporter. So if any of these Republicans that's out here, you're spineless. Most of them spineless. And most of the truth of the matter, they fought Trump harder than the Democrats did. The Democrats was just more unified. Republicans, the spineless ones, had to go behind the scenes. So that's why you have to admire the fight. Y'all fools say, oh, he convicted felon. I don't want to hear that from black folk. That's a street cred thing. Oh, if you got dirt on them, yeah, they mess with you. Ain't that what black folks said? Anybody that went to prison, they rep that as a badge of honor. You get street cred. So now all of a sudden, and that's my problem with the conservative Republicans. For real, the George Floyd thing, rest in peace. Say what you want to say about George Floyd. Say what you want to say about him. He's whatever. That man did not deserve to die like that. I don't care what y'all say. He didn't deserve to die like that. But because he was on the things and on them drugs, easy for people to say, oh, he was on whatever, so he deserved to die. That's what y'all saying. Get out of there. Spare me that. Conservatives. Anytime somebody get labeled criminal or convicted felon, y'all ain't got nothing to do with them. But sometimes y'all conservatives, some of the worst offenders ever. Spare me that talk, conservative Republicans. Spare me that talk. Y'all full of crap, in my opinion. Y'all are full of crap. And y'all think it's sweet. Y'all really think it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? And that's my problem with conservative Republicans. Some of them, once you label a criminal or criminal record, criminal this, don't y'all believe in redemption? You sorry, middies. And Democrats are just lost completely. They can care less about American citizens. They can care less about black people, Spanish people, anybody else. They care about power. But they're more unified than the Republican Party. So that makes them a threat. While the Republicans are spineless. You know what? Check this out. When Trump won the election the first time in 2016, and going into his inauguration and going into his term as president, want to know what the Republicans did when they had all the powers of the government, all three branches of government, basically, all three levels of power, if you will. They had the Congress, they had the Senate, and they had the presidency. But instead of looking at their president, their new incoming president, as how can we work with this? You know what they did? They studied the art of the deal, the book he wrote. They studied that, passed that amount around amongst the Republicans in Congress. What kind of shit is that? Parlez-vous, my Francais. But what type of crap is that? And that just goes to show you this shit tricked up. But what I'm signaling to Trump is I hope you are playing possum. Because if you think for one instant that these people are going to let you just live and make America great and give money to black people and give jobs and do everything you want to do, you Democrat shills can't cape enough and say, oh, anybody talk good against Trump, they just pay Negroes. No, it's not working. And the illegal immigration thing is killing y'all. What y'all think? Some fake executive border order is going to do something? No border order is going to do something besides shutting the border down. You think black people are so stupid that they can't remember or realize that illegal immigration hurts us? So really, the only thing I'm like mad at Trump for, that he signaled with Dr. Phil that he was going to just let bygones be bygones. And I'm like, nah, bruh. Come on. But we're going to check it out.
At Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, with former President Donald Trump.
You literally laid out, okay, I am now going to ask you about retribution and revenge.
That's the longest interview I think he's ever done.
Their TikToks have been taken down if they have anything about Trump.
And if they're not doing their job, we need to kick them to the curb and get somebody that will. That's how we need to do it. I want to introduce some good friends, colleagues, and experts in their field. First is former prosecutor and News on Merritt Street anchor, Lonnie Coombs. We've been working together for many, many years out in LA. Also is my good friend who has left a mark on the Dallas trial lawyer for 50 years, Rod Phelan. He is an absolutely brilliant legal mind. Is really committed to justice. And finally, Greg Hartley. He is a body language expert and a member of Behavior Panel. And he's part of the family here at Merritt Street, so he's watching every one of you to see if you're doing anything. And it is absolutely brilliant and part of the Behavior Panel team. So I'll start with you four, and anybody can just jump in. You were all watching the interview, and I'm curious what your takeaways were from the interview. Anything jumped out at you? Because we're talking about someone that, according to the polls, may very likely resume the presidency of the United States soon, which would very likely put him back in a position of being the most powerful man on the planet in terms of politics, military power, and control. And I think this was an opportunity to have a look at him like we don't often see. So I'm just curious what your takeaways were.
Well, for me, right off, your relationship was clear, that you had a relationship with him, that you could talk to him in a way a lot of people may not be able to. And that chemistry matters. You know, Jung, the famous psychologist, once said that no two people are the same after interaction. So we had to watch for that. And we could see when he understood that you were not there just to excoriate him and just go after him, that he made a good eye contact with you and started to pay attention and was like, okay, somebody gets what I'm saying at least.
All right, well, let's take a look. We have a clip of what you're pointing out.
You know, it was interesting when you called the other day about doing an interview. A lot of people want to do interviews, and I don't just agree to them very easily. But I've always had great respect for you. I watch your show, some of the real good ones. And
what do you see?
So if you watched him, we typically think when people are having an emotional thought, they look down and to the right, their eyes will go down and to the right. Think about the last wedding or funeral you went to, and that will happen. We see him do that when he's describing the problem. But as soon as he starts saying somebody of your stature, watch him raise his head and make eye contact and show respect.
Think about this. They got a body language expert. A body language expert. So yes, Dr. Phil, you're so right. And I think they use Dr. Phil, whether he chooses to believe it or not, as a useful idiot to soften the blow. The deep state in the swamp is real. They use their people in a way that sets them up for success no matter what the situation is. That's why they call it the swamp and the deep state, because they always seem to have an answer. Trump is the only one that can play with them on their level. That's what a lot of you fools don't realize. And I'm sorry, you fools. Hell, I was a fool. A straight fool. I didn't care about the people controlling the levers of our lives. I didn't care about it. Maybe till I started having kids of my own. Maybe that's when I started to care. But it is a corrupt and wicked system. And Trump has only shined light on it. It's no end to the depths of how far this corruption goes, whether you choose to believe it or not. Black folks, you should know in particular, you've been voting a certain way for 50, 60 years. What have we got out of it? Nothing. Not I got damn thing. No upward mobility for anybody that's really in the trenches, that's living check to check like me. Nothing. But y'all cry Democrat every voting cycle. For what? They openly now say they want illegal immigrants. Illegal. Smack in the face to everybody that did it the right way. It's a reason that, we ain't go back to Africa. Oh, once they freed us, right? Once they freed us, how come it wasn't a mass exodus to Africa? All you smart scholars, please educate your boys. School me on that. You scientists. Y'all sorry. I don't want to hear that. Black folk was all about the opportunity, never a handout. I mean, I like a little free money like the next man, but we never wanted that as a handout or to be dependent on that. A lot of people don't know that. And it ticks your boy off. It ticks me off because I sit up there and see us being so-called the biggest consumers on the planet, yet we're at the bottom of the barrel in our own country. It's ridiculous. Stupid. But yeah, I was mad at Trump. One of the few things. Because from what you went through, either this has to be one of the elaborate schemes of three-dimensional chess I have ever seen in my life. Or you're just trying to project the good in people, that they will see the good that you're doing. No, Trump, my message to you, I don't care how you get this message, but you better get it. They will not let you make America great again if you don't perp walk individuals. That's the only way to truly save America, is a major perp walk. That's why they're trying to signal Oh, is he gonna go after his political enemies for what they done to him? He should unite the country. Those of y'all that love Fox News, they sorry at CNN or any of the others. They try to give you a smidgen. But what they do, they hate Trump too. I believe after Rupert Murdoch died, they truly became a liberal front. But tries to, they try to, you know what I'm saying, cater to conservative principles. But really, at the end of the day, you see what Tucker Carlson said, y'all hero. I want 2-point-some million followers, please. Thank you. Subscribe to Chris Barker, if you will. But no, they wanted all that too. Tucker Carlson, he wanted the fame. He wanted the 8 o'clock slot on Fox News. But so he played ball like a lot of people that played ball in 2020. I'm sorry. To my people on Facebook, because I know that's where the majority of my Democrat people are that vote blue no matter who. Do you think that election was legit when they had to stop the votes? I'm sorry. Say what you want to say. I still love y'all. But at this point, even black people know that things were better under Trump. Gas cheaper, energy cheaper, more disposable income, whatever you want to say. It was more. And the hustle game was straight. Whatever legal hustle that you had. Remember, motherfuckers were selling Trump shirts, Trump merchandise all over the country. And when you hear about that, on top of opportunity zones and everything that went involved with that, that's why when you hear brothers and sisters say there was more money in the hood, that's what they're talking about. Nobody wants to hear it. We are so brainwashed by the media, the 6 entities that control it all, but they're all part of one thing. It's ridiculous. But let's go.
That's powerful. That means who else is going to do that?
Right. My position, just so you know, going into this kind of interview is I'm not a gotcha interviewer. I've never been a gotcha interviewer. I want to give people a chance to tell their story, say what they want to say, and then ask questions that I think the viewer would want asked. And if they don't answer them, then I'm going to ask them again. And if they go off on a 4th of July speech, then I'm going to say, well, that was a nice speech. Now answer my question. I do want my questions answered, but I give them a chance to say what they want to say. But then, and I told him at one point, I want people to get to know you because you're always campaigning. I don't want you campaigning. I want you to talk to us as a father and a husband and an individual. We want to know who you are. Because he's got a speech that he gives, a stump speech that he gives. We've heard that. We want to hear some other things. And he was willing to do that.
Yeah, it showed when he made eye contact with you. From that point on, I watched him throughout the entire interview. He cared what you thought, and that's important because it gives a person the opportunity to actually show you the human side as well.
Yeah, and by the way, I have an invitation to President Biden to do the same thing. I have an interview scheduled with RFK Jr. For week after next to do the same thing. These are the 3 people that are involved. Maybe RFK Jr. as a spoiler, but he could swing this whole election one way or the other. So I'm talking to all the candidates that'll talk to me. So we'll see how that goes. Rod, what do you think?
Well, I wrote down 5 things, Phil. He is the toughest guy I have ever seen. I've tried cases, of course, and you're exhausted when you try a case as a lawyer. Just imagine if you're sitting there powerless the client, the guy who's got the bullseye painted on him, your freedom's at stake, and you've got no control over what happens in the courtroom. You got a hostile judge. You think the jury's hostile. Your lawyers may or may not be doing what you want them to do. And Trump and he's getting it from all sides. That was one of 5 cases. I mean, and he just goes forward full steam ahead. Second, he wears a bullseye and he gets shot at because he's so formidable. I mean, this guy is really a force. I mean, I said to somebody, Phil kind of attended that interview as opposed to conducting it. And that's all you can do with a guy like Trump.
Well, we just signed professional bull riding here, and so I thought that was a warm up for that.
Right.
Very good one.
3, he stays on message. He may wind around, but it's a familiar message, and he's going in the direction that he wants to go, trying to pull everybody with him. 4, he is a damn the torpedoes, full steam ahead, speed ahead guy. I mean, nothing gets in his way. He's going to go where he wants to go. You may not like where he's going, but you know where he's going, and he's going as hard as he can. And last, this guy wants revenge so bad he can taste it, but he knows better. And Phil, after letting him run, as Phil did throughout that interview, finally said, I want to see if I can get you where I.
See how they signal that? Oh, but he knows better. Does he? Does he know better? No, that's what he keep hearing from the spineless Republicans. What y'all don't know about them spineless Republicans, they hate Trump more than the Democrats. They fight him behind the scenes harder than the Democrats. At least you know where the Democrats stand about Trump. But the rest of them Republicans, that's what I can't get down with them at all. I don't care. Some of them conservatives make me sick with their fake moral principles. You see, the never Trumpers don't have a leg to stand on. They're behind the scenes. They're gone, finito. So they work behind the scenes now. But they used to have a voice. Tell me the last time you heard a never Trumper. Where you seen them? I'm a never Trumper in 2024. I haven't heard that yet. John Kasich, he might be the only one left. Never Trumpers. They quiet now. Man, Mitch McConnell, you should have been retired and gone. But he want to wait till the election. Give me a break. They're handpicking the Senate Majority Leader to hamstring Trump in a second term. And think about this. How much of a travesty would that be for Trump to have the presidency but have a Democrat Senate and a Democrat House, which they're trying to work hard to hamstring him. And all that's doing is taking money out of you and me pocket. Because like I said, the man, what he took, an annual salary for 4 years as $1 or whatever it was, whatever his salary was every quarter or every time he got paid. It was $1. It was a little bit of money. You think all the other people, all other members of Congress would do that? Hell to the Nizar. Shit. They want their money.
I want you. Will you take it back? Will you not be a vengeful president if you win? And he said, yes, I'm okay with that. That was really powerful. I hope he can Hope he can stick to it.
What do you think about the revenge point?
You know, Dr. Phil, I love to watch interviews and I love to watch masterful interviews. And I'm always watching how the interviewer is getting to that information. I thought that this was the part of your interview that I just found fascinating. And I watched it over and over again. You literally laid out, okay, I am now going to ask you about retribution and revenge. I mean, you just put it out there to him. And I knew it was important to you because you literally came at it 4 different times. You kept coming. The first time you said, okay, what if? What if you just said, enough is enough? We're going to stop it now. And his response was, I'm okay with that sometimes. I'm sure in certain moments I wouldn't be, you know, and then he kind of went off. And then you came in the second time. And your second time was, every situation needs a hero. You're in a position to be the hero. Do you want to do that? Will you step up? And you're like constantly giving him that opportunity. And this time he kind of dodged it. He said, I think you'll be impressed. We need to unite and save the country. And then
can y'all believe this bull crap? I'm sorry, man. I can't believe this bull crap, man. Can you unite the country? Can you do that? They asked him this all before. So I hope Trump, in some aspects, of saying, man, I heard all this before. Don't go after your political enemies. Even though they try to bury you, they try to bury the man. How many of you and me? Ask yourself that question tonight. If you're looking at this live, listening to this live, listening to this rant on a late night, how many of you could go through the same things that Trump did, and is continuing to do, just to run the country? If you was a grifter, the grift is over. You go home. Mommy, I want to come home. But no, this man not only took the lumps and scars, he came back. For those of y'all that don't know, this man got real estate and properties all over the world. So why would you subject yourself to any of this bull crap when you could just go to any of your properties in the world, live out the rest of your life the way you want to? What some people they want them to do real bad. That's why they keep trying to put all this stuff on them. And they wonder why black men in particular relate with Trump. They act like we don't know what it's like to be railroaded. Huh? Oh, y'all don't think so? Shit. So I'm saying, for y'all Trump haters, you could say what you want to say, but has Joe Biden made your life better? Sorry. Just ask yourself that question. And I don't want her vote blue no matter who. I don't want to hear that anymore. I did that. And I voted for my own demise in a way. And I was a young dude then. So I won't make that mistake again. But the powers that be is the X factor. But Trump signaling that he ain't gonna do nothing. He just gonna win with success. His revenge be success. Okay, you know what you went through in your first term when you wanted the border wall. They fought you. Everything, court. Every major policy that Trump tried to implement was met with legal issues. So then when they say, oh, well, he didn't build the wall. Okay, y'all fought him the whole way. He had to go get the money from the military. So he had to go get the money from the military budget to build that wall because Republicans in Congress with a Mitch McConnell Senate, Paul Ryan, House Majority Leader, couldn't get him the funds for a border wall? Are you kidding me? Yeah, man. it's some wicked stuff that we living through. And I hope that I'm trying to body blow my people on Facebook, because that's where a majority of my Democrat peoples are, on Facebook. YouTube is a little bit more liberal. Yeah, there's more Republicans on there. TikTok, I don't know yet. Instagram, I don't know yet. Snapchat, I'm done with that. I had a bad experience on Snapchat, and I'm done. I'm done. But I'm mad at Trump, man. And I find myself mad at him because of what he's signaling. I hope he's playing possum. I really do, y'all. I hope he's playing possum. But I fear he's not. I fear he thinks the good in these people. And that's a problem.
The next one you came, I mean, you were obviously prepared as you always are. You said, you know, there's research right now that revenge in this country is an addiction. We are literally feeding off it, and you could stop that cycle. And this time he said, well, you know, revenge is a strong word. Maybe we can have revenge through success. And then your last one, which I loved, was this quote from the Pope that I thought was so good. We are all brothers and sisters. Forgiveness is necessary. Otherwise, what will follow is not justice, but revenge. And then you followed up with,
oh, hell to the no. I couldn't let this one get away. Oh, hell to the no. Now they trying to bring God into it. Now they trying to bring God into it. Man, they trying to destroy this man. And anybody that was not Donald J. Trump would be destroyed or would have tucked tail and ran for the hills. I'm sorry. Y'all can say what you want to say. That's why I admire the man, for the fight. What y'all got in y'all dirty closet? I know I got something in mind. What y'all got in y'all do y'all want to get exposed? And a lot of thing is, this man got to be squeaky clean. Our mom, no drugs, no alcohol. That's the message you gave to your kids. I guess that leaves you open to other addictions like fast food. Eat, whoops. Especially if you eat McDonald's, that shit don't mold. Put your McDonald's in the refrigerator. Really, the freezer, you'll really see. That's probably some 30-year-old food, but put it in the refrigerator. It don't mold. It don't taste the same if you try to microwave it, but it don't mold. And that's crazy. But look at these national brands that's making money hand over fist on your hard-earned dollars, people. That's what it's all about. I'm sorry to be ranting and ripping, but this Dr. Phil interview ticked me off a little bit because it seemed to me, and I'm sorry, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. They signaling, please don't go after us, Trump. We know we did you dirty. We know we tried to bury you. We know we tried to indict you. We know you tried to lock you up. But please don't go after us like we did you. Please. Put it please with sugar on top. These fools crazy, man. I'm tired of it, man.
you don't have time to get even. You only have time to get it right. And he kind of pulled back again. He said, well, it does take time. And then he said, and I give him credit for this. He just said it to you. Sometimes revenge can be justified. So I have to be honest, you know, sometimes it is. And then you said, but is the country better or worse for them going after you?
I think he made a major shift in his thinking. And look, he's not a dumb guy. And I think he understands, look, people don't want you running your own agenda. We want you running our agenda. And it's not you playing gotcha. And I think he'll understand. I think that will stick with him. It doesn't mean he doesn't need hitting.
Dr. Phil is a line son of a gun. Please don't go. I think he won't go after him because he gonna turn the other cheek. He gonna turn the other cheek. No, hell nah. Go after all of them. They tried to destroy you, bury you, and throw away the key. Look how many people was giddy. He's a convicted felon. Trump, convicted felon. He a felon. Give you vote for him. These people are lost their mind. And they thought black people would ride or die with them to the end. But y'all thought wrong. Hey, yo, let me ask you this. Why are they so scared of Trump if no one is above the law? Why are they? Why are they scared of Trump like that? You know, it just got me thinking that's some crazy stuff. But Dr. Phil, you was put on the scene. Trump knows he's smart. He ain't stupid. He know what Dr. Phil's audience bring. But they all are signaling if you listen to them. Dr. Phil, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, all of them are signaling if Trump get in the office, is he going to go after his political Trump opponents? Is he going to go after everybody? What? That let me know the powers that be are scared. I hope Trump is playing possum. Because if you're not, you're gonna be gone again. Or you're not gonna have a bigger impact as you think you are. It's gonna be worse than your first time, in my opinion. I'm gonna fight you tooth and nail legally in the courts. No matter if you got all your conservative justices on the Supreme Court. Because really that did play a part into why they had to get rid of Trump. He would have had a fourth. He had a fourth appointee. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. You wouldn't have been on that bench had they wouldn't have stole that election in front of God and country. A lot of people don't remember that.
Again, hit again, hit again, hit again. And I think people around him are studying this interview very carefully. And if they're smart, I think the messaging will change. I think they will. We put up promos on the social media platforms about the interview for people to watch. And we submitted a promo to TikTok. And they said, well, we need to review this to see if it's consistent with community standards. It was just the promo here. I mean, it wasn't saying let's go stomp baby kittens to death or anything. And usually, now I don't do a lot of this myself, it gets put up, but usually the review is like 10 seconds because they run it through like an algorithm or something and make sure it doesn't have something in it that shouldn't be there. And an hour later, which is usually like 2 seconds, 10 seconds, an hour later, the message came back rejected. They would not put it up. And which is really disturbing to me because it was just a news promo. It was just a news promo. And it's not like I'm a known conspiracy wacko or something, and I've got 7 or 8 million followers there, so it's not like I'm an unknown person to them. But they wouldn't put it up because it had Trump in it.
Dr. Phil, you got your white man wake up call, dude. What you think? Them people's gonna let you humanize Trump? They've been trying to dehumanize Trump for what, 8 to 10 years, even before. But definitely when he walked down that gold escalator. So you think why that they gonna let you just try to humanize Trump without no consequences? See what I'm saying? I think a lot of these people like Dr. Phil's of the world, all these people in these so-called liberal sanctuary cities, if you will, can just go ahead and try to humanize Trump. It's not going to happen. No. So, Dr. Phil, get with the times, man. These people want you to bash Trump and bash him some more. You got all the biggest platforms in America, in the world, bash Trump. You better. Or they can be looking at you sideways like they are Dr. Phil for you. For humanizing Trump. No more, no less than humanizing Trump. That's all you did. That's why he's hated a lot on Facebook. Why my followers don't like Trump? They're looking at me like crazy. Like, bud, what the hell you supporting Trump for? I've been down since the beginning. A lot of these so-called conservatives have not. A lot of them like Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and any other Republican that wasn't Trump. There's a lot of Republicans out there still right now like that, but they can't say it publicly now like they could back then. They can't say it publicly now like they could back then. That's good. I'm sorry. But it's just crazy, man. Trump. My G. My dog. I hope you playing possum.
They didn't even know if it was pro or con. It had Trump in it, they wouldn't put it up. That's concerning to me. But we put it on there because we wanted to get young people, hey, watch this and find out who this really is. Maybe you'll hate him. And so at least you'll know it'll be based on fact. So, but yes, ma'am, stand up. We'll get your microphone.
Hi, I'm Karen. I was just thinking about when they ran the first time together or the second time and President Biden won. I have a lot of Republican friends and a lot of Democratic friends. I'm kind of neutral, but they talked about good versus evil. And I thought, well, we're not really in a Disney movie, so I don't understand. You may not like him. I get that. But now, 4 years later, the same people I know that have said these things say, I'm really upset with my 401k. I'm upset when I go to the grocery store, and they're all voting for Trump now. So it's, and on the TikTok thing, I do get on TikTok, and most of the people I have followed off and on, their TikToks have been taken down if they have anything about Trump. And I just think this is bias. And so that doesn't help his case at all. They just see one side.
Yeah. Does that bother you? that they're taking stuff down because it has that in there? What do you want to say? We have 30 seconds before break. So say your name and then talk real fast.
April, my only thing is it doesn't allow us to see the genuine him. So watching your interview today, I think it actually gave me an interpretation that I've never had of him before. And us not seeing him more, it actually kind of hurts hurts people on judging him. I guess if that's what the media wants.
I think that's an important point that she made, that a lot of people don't even get to see the real Trump because of how the media portrays him. So shout out to you, sister, for speaking the truth to power in the real sense.
Wants to do, then they're doing a very good job at it.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm Callie, and I enjoyed the interview. I guess in relation to the last question about why people are not as invested, I wonder if it has to do with having less belief in democracy and with some of the issues that former President Trump was raising with free and fair elections, trusting the media, and the judicial system. All of those are kind of pillars of democracy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was left wondering, I guess, how President Trump is going to address the flaws in our democracy.
Yeah. You know, another theory that I've heard is a lot of these Gen Zers have told me that they feel like they'll never be able to get where their parents are. They're not going to be able to earn enough money to own a home. They're not going to be able to get to that level. And so they've just kind of checked out. And if that's the case, we have a real problem. That shouldn't be the case. Okay, next, who has the microphone? Just take it to the next person. Both of you, hand it to somebody and be ready. We'll go to you next and then you next. Okay, go.
Hi, I'm Carmen, and you did phenomenal on your interview with Trump.
Thank you.
By the way, I just want to add that I am in Gen Z, and I'm actually engaged in the upcoming election, and I think there are many people in my age group that are as well. It's just they have a different way, including myself, have a different way of going about it in research. I guess the generations prior would go to, I would say, Fox 4, CNN, etc. But like some said, we go to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, because we feel, as a whole, we feel like the streaming sources are biased. So we go to social media, even though there may be some bias in it as well. It gives us more. It gives more information for us to like think more and to have our own outlook on it.
Do you ever check to see if something's true?
Yes.
Have you ever been to a library? It's a big building with books.
Yeah.
I mean, you actually have been to a library?
Yes.
Because most people don't. I haven't been to one in years.
Yeah.
You know, because really once you get it,
Mhm.
you know, electronically, it's difficult. Hand your mic to him and then you go.
Dr. Phil, Mike Satterfield, I am asking, because the country is so polarized and divided, what is your hope from the interview that would help us make conscientious voting and objective voting without personality getting in the way of the platform?
I question that the country is so divided. I think it's the coastal elites. I think it's the powers that be. I think it's the swamp. The majority of Americans feel like Trump. You want to make America great for Americans. First, I said third. First, you want to make America great for Americans first. So in doing that, you want to exclude the illegal immigrants. And they trying to drown the black voices out all over the country that's screaming that in their community. What y'all thought? I'm sorry. My black people is not as dumb as y'all think we are. I know it's been working good for 60 years. Y'all gave us everything under the sun. Y'all gave us everything under the sun. You sorry, Mavies. But we still persevere. Regardless. So, yo, this November, you got a choice. Either you're not black if you vote Democrat, or you'll vote for something that you know a proven track record that was good for Black Americans that they had to derail. That's the ironic crap of it all. They knew they had to derail it because black folks said, hold up, this is good for me. I'm voting for this. And their voting power block will be gone forever. That's why they know the history repeats itself. Think about this, y'all. Ellis Island, all the immigrants, they came into the country. Why was it? Ask yourself that question and then get back with me. But we're going to finish this off and I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.
When the issues you triumphantly pointed out to President Trump.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because, everybody says, get out and vote. And that's not what we need to do. We don't just need to get out and vote. We need to get out and make informed votes, not just vote. And this starts from the bottom up. And I mean, I don't care what the job is, even if it's your dog catcher. If you've got people in your neighborhood getting bit by dogs, then you need to kick that dog catcher to the curb and get somebody that's out there doing the job, taking care of the animals. And you can't know that if you don't check to find out. If you got a judge letting all the criminals go, then you need to get that judge off the bench and get another one up there that he or she will actually hold them accountable. Find out if people are doing their jobs. These are not legacies, they're privileges. And if they're not doing their job, we get into the curb that will. That's how we need to do it.
Yeah. 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 They're mad at Dr. Phil because he spoke that truth. You weren't supposed to do that, boy. All you Trump haters, was your life better? Spare me the politics. Ask yourself the basic question. Was your life better? I thought mine was. I was like, damn, I got grandkids. Y'all don't know what the hell going on. We don't. As a society. And that's the way they like it. So tonight, before I end, I want to challenge y'all. To free your mind.
BZ coming through like a heat wave, and I'ma rock this shit just for peace sake. Niggas snitching on the streets called a bitch snake. This nigga still shine bright over beat breaks. Pump your brakes, homie, show me the cake. It's been a long time, but I'm worth the wait. Most of y'all niggas worthless, bury you with the verses. Digging ditches for hearses while I barely scratch the surface. Far from perfect, what I got you can't purchase. Clean it up like detergent, fake niggas, I'm allergic. Hide your hoes when I step through the door. I'm the man you should know, but we can keep that on the low. I do it every day while you do it for show. Niggas stuck in traffic like stop and go. While I'm off the cliff like Geronimo. May you all fall down like dominoes. I'm in the big leagues, I'm professional. You want to instant draft, go ahead. You think you ready for the line, But I can see it in your eyes when we go ahead. This big lead for the eyes,
Thank y'all for tuning in to your boy Kevin Ball on this Trump rant tonight. Trump, get it right.
Checking everything other than mine, I'll take it.
Get it right.
But enough to take. I'm the great boy, you featherweight.